All right, we're diving into Seoul today, but probably not the Seoul you're picturing in your head. We're looking at the city as a living, breathing, real-life anime set.
I mean, just think about that question for a second. How does a cartoon redraw a global city? How can a work of fiction, an animation no less, have such a real, physical impact on one of the biggest cities in the world? It sounds kind of impossible, but it's happening right now.
Because for fans of this massive hit show, the fantasy has literally become a destination. A fictional story created a real-world travel boom, turning thousands of fans into tourists who are all dying to walk in the footsteps of their favorite animated heroes.
So, what's the show that kicked all of this off? It's called K-Pop Demon Hunters. And this thing wasn't just a hit. It shot up to become the #1 show on Netflix globally. It absolutely captured the world's imagination. And here is where it gets so brilliant. This anime didn't just tell a story, it created an actual, real-world travel guide to Seoul. The creators didn't set it in some generic made-up city. Nope, they were super intentional, meticulously recreating real, iconic locations in Seoul, effectively drawing a new map of the city for a global audience. The fantasy world became a travel guide.
So let's take a little tour ourselves, shall we? We're going to check out some of the key spots from K-Pop Demon Hunters and see exactly how the animation totally transformed them.
Okay, first stop is Naksan Park. In the show, this is the spot for a huge, pivotal romantic scene between two of the main characters, Lumi, who's from the girl group Huntrix, and Jinu from the rival boy band, the Saja Boys.
And you can really see the magic here. In the anime, it's this gorgeous starlit stage for a really deep and heartfelt conversation. But in reality, it's an incredible historic site where you can actually walk along the ancient city wall and see some of the most stunning night views of Seoul. The show didn't invent the magic, it just took what was already there and cranked it up to 11.
And get this, it was totally on purpose. The art director, Celine Dai Kim, said, "We wanted to immerse viewers in the heart of Seoul by weaving in its most famous places." You know, they got inspired by dramas and music videos and then just layered their own fantasy elements on top, creating a Seoul that felt both completely real and utterly magical.
Let's move on to our next stop, a true icon of the Seoul skyline, Namsan Tower. And in the world of K-pop Demon Hunters, this landmark gets an absolute rock star makeover.
The show completely reimagines its purpose. We all know it as an observation tower with these amazing panoramic views. But in the anime, no way. It becomes the epic stage for a massive concert by the K-pop group Saja Boys. The tower itself becomes this symbol of their unity and strength.
And the tour of Seoul just keeps on going. Lotte World Tower, Korea's tallest building, is reimagined as the slick, futuristic headquarters for our heroes. The legendary Olympic Stadium doesn't host athletes. It becomes an arena for a huge supernatural battle. Even a specific stretch of Subway Line 7 becomes the setting for a thrilling chase scene. I mean, the entire city is their playground.
So the creators built this incredible animated map of Seoul, and you guessed it, the fans started following it in the real world. A whole fan pilgrimage began.
It's like fans have created their own real-life quest. You see this checklist popping up all over social media. People are on a mission to find the exact bench in Naksan Park where Lumi and Jinu sat. They go to Bukchon Park on the Han River to practice the Saja Boys choreography. This isn't just sightseeing, it's completely interactive tourism.
But it goes even deeper than just recreating scenes. This is about living the culture. Fans are using the show as a gateway to Korean culture itself. In Bukchon Hanok Village, which is featured a lot, tourists are seeking out this really unique experience, dressing in traditional hanbok clothing while listening to K-pop. It's this perfect blend of old and new, and it's directly inspired by the anime.
And this real review from TripAdvisor just illustrates the effect perfectly. The show presents this ideal blend of modern and traditional, and now tourists are flying in from all over to experience that exact mix for themselves.
Okay, let's zoom out for a minute, because the impact of this show goes way beyond tourism numbers. It's actually helping reshape the global perception of an entire country.
For decades, South Korea's image was largely defined by its incredible economic story, its rapid growth. But now, thanks to cultural exports like K-pop Demon Hunters, that perception is shifting. The country is increasingly seen not just as an economic powerhouse, but as a global hub of creativity, a place that is culturally sophisticated and just cool.
And sometimes the biggest impact is the most personal one. This quote from an American parent who adopted a Korean child is just, wow, it's so powerful. For a piece of entertainment to instill that kind of cultural pride in a young kid across the world, That really shows you the true power of storytelling.
And maybe that gets to the heart of why the show feels so authentic. The director, Maggie Kang, has said that the whole project was her love letter to K-pop and Korea. That genuine affection and respect just shines through, and it's what connects with audiences on such a deep, personal level.
So where does all this lead? This phenomenon isn't just a one-off success story, it's really a glimpse into the future of how fiction can shape our actual physical world.
And you better believe the industry has taken notice. The success of K-pop Demon Hunters has proven there's a huge global appetite for stories set in Korea. We're already hearing that multiple Hollywood projects are now being developed with Korean settings as creators look to replicate this incredible success.
So that leaves us with a final thought. We've seen how an anime redrew the map of Seoul, turning fantasy into reality for millions of people. It really makes you wonder, which city and which story will be next?